Of us.
Okay, wait. Technically, we are four-dimensional, but we preserve three dimensions, spatial. And four-dimension could be anything, from time to
space.
From time to even this concept of thermal heat, of even energy, light, thermodynamics, and even how physics works, and even black holes. All those add up into four-dimensional space.
Yeah, so like you and I, we have a mind or a soul or a spirit that could access this higher dimension.
Yes, but we cannot access 5 dimensions, 6 dimensions, all the way to 11 dimensions.
Why not?
So we can only access the 0th dimension, 1, and the 2nd dimension, and the 3rd dimension, and the 4th dimension, but we can only see 3 dimensions.
Why not? Why not? Like, for example, do you read the Bible?
Yes, of course I read the Bible. Do you know the Bible and other books, because the Bible is too famous.
Yes,
If we teach ourselves, we can access this 4th dimension. But if we are type 3 civilization, we can access the 5th dimension. Type 4 or civilization, the 6th dimension, and so on. Because the Kirchhoff scale ends at 15, but it's so common for the normal average Kirchhoff scale, 5 levels. And we are on level 0.75.
How many levels of civilizations does exist on the planet?
0.25. No, 0.75 is our average Kirchhoff scale we are in, because level 1 civilizations is more overpowered than what we would get in 10,000 years. We'd have to make technology for 1 million years to get type 1, and billions of years for type 2, type 3, and trillions of years for type 4. Type 5? Inaccessible. It would take quintillions of years. By the time you get type 5 civilization, the universe would already be dead.
Life.
That means biophysics.
Come on, okay.
If you don't know the biosphere, you don't know the biophysics.
What is the biosphere?
The biosphere is a sphere of life that contains and Earth has one biosphere, Mars has no biosphere, air, and some planets have 2 or 3 or infinite biospheres.
Do you think that the aliens exist?
Aliens?
Yeah.
Well, we can't access the dimension of aliens, but we can hear outside the universe, because the light from outside the universe is transferred into sound before reaching us. So what we're actually seeing beyond the universe is just sound. So we can only ever record outside the universe, but we can never see outside. So we can hear strange voices that put in our translators would add a new language that translated back to English would type a word. But we have recorded 1 out of just 4 sounds beyond the universe, and one of those sounds like a new language. But actually, that sound was Portuguese. But why is Portuguese outside the universe? Well, no, this is actually light that's scattered in an unbelievable way to make a sound that is already in a language filter for our translators.
Okay.
But there's others that didn't fit in our translators and would have to translate into a new language. And we would tell them by what the word is translated to English, then turn that into Latin. Like Portuguese meant hello in Latin. Is a universal set thing that controls a being. It could be anything from humans to cows to reptiles to snakes to even mosquitoes to birds to anything. It could be anything that is a living organism with a brain and a heart that can have a mind.
Do you have a mind?
Of course. Why? If a human doesn't have a mind, it's not controlled because it doesn't have a brain, so it's non-existent.
How do you control your mind?
This
Is a brain or a mind?
The brain is the place where mind is stored, okay? You don't want it to be anywhere. The liver, it's gonna be filtered. The heart, to shreds, but the brain does no purpose and is careless. But when we place the mind, it's helpful. Making like the brain controls the heart, the lungs, the liver, the stomach, everything, and even my movement. Like, how are you talking? How are you moving? How am I moving? How am I talking?
What about the mind?
The mind is set by an unknown quantity with a known quantity that tells what to do, which are actions. The opposite of that is reactions.
Do you think everybody is capable of controlling his mind? Or when you see the society or people around you, do you think they own their mind or they control their mind?
They're on their mind, control their mind, do everything, and their brain has their mind and everything that I explained about the mind is actually true. Other than that I didn't mention.
Are you happy?
Obviously.
Why are you happy?
Why are you happy? Because physics is everywhere.
Is that because you are happy?
Yes. Physics is everywhere. From lights, that is physics. From the curtain, that is a material made of matter, made of atoms, which are in physics, which means nuclei physics, other things like metaphysics, universes, and Earth, and geophysics. The mind is a universal set thing that controls a being. It could be anything from humans to cows to reptiles to snakes. Okay.
What is the link between your happiness and physics?
Physics? Because I was interested in physics when I was 3, but I didn't like it on physics until I was 6.
So you are happy because of physics?
Yes, because it combines every physics type that I explained.
What is your purpose in life?
Purpose in life means every person's life. Purpose of life is enjoyment, hope, and trial and error.
What? Becoming rich? What?
No, not to become rich, but to survive, live, and have happiness, because as the different possibilities that is, for example, that your mom is Ethiopian but you are Canadian, then language would be the first sign of fatigue, and then compliments, and then stuff, and then disaster. So if you were not born by your mom, then everything would go.
Yeah,
but
wrong.
if you were born by your mom, then everything in life's purpose would all be going right.
What do you want to be in the future?
A physician.
Why?
Why? Because it's my favorite subject.
Wow. What do you want to do with physics then?
Physics?
Yeah.
I normally video games do simulations of what would happen without physics and some concepts and time running and others, and I even read about physics from my physics book, and I talk about physics and virtual things and theoretical physics from my dad, so and other people that he met